President William Ruto has acknowledged that security agencies have at times used excessive force and even engaged in what he described as extrajudicial actions. His subtle response to the ongoing abduction crisis in the country came during his New Year address, where he admitted to government culpability. Despite public outcry, those abducted have still not been accounted for. Melita Oletenges has the details.
President William Ruto's silence amid growing rage on a recent wave of abductions targeting his critics online has been loud. During his New Year speech, the president seemed to give a subtle response as Kenyans continue to call out security agencies for going rogue.
There has been instances of excessive and extrajudicial actions by members of the security services. At the same time, it must also be acknowledged that due process is underway in appropriate institutions to ensure accountability.
Monday's protests, which saw over 30 activists arrested and later released, and court orders to the Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja to release 6 abductees, have not borne any fruit, with the families of those abducted in limbo and uncertainty on the conditions of their kin. The president subtly says they crossed the line.
It is crucial to remember that every freedom has its limits, and that public safety and order must always supersede the desire of unchecked liberty. We must ensure that our pursuit of rights and freedoms does not compromise our collective or individual safety, nor should we allow criminals to exploit constitutional rights to harm.
Ruto, who has faced harsh criticism and a wave of backlash on social media, including generation of AI pictures depicting him negatively, now says the moral fabric of the country is fleeting, calling on parents and guardians to deeply reflect on their children's upbringing.
These are clear signals that our moral fabric is at risk of decay, exacerbated by various factors, including the manipulation of digital technology, particularly social media, to amplify antisocial behavior and erode moral values.
The president, seen to be using a firm hand on his critics, says there is no space to misuse rights and freedoms.
I urge every critical stakeholder to reflect deeply on the failures that have led people to adopt radical, individualistic, and self-centered interpretations of rights and freedoms, interpretations that often seem fundamentally opposed to the rights of others and the collective good of citizens.
Ruto's admission that the government has used brutal force on Kenyans and protesters now opens a new chapter on whether police who committed heinous acts targeting Kenyans will be brought to book. Melita Oletenges, Citizen TV.